Hi there, Leonard Parker here again, and this is the start of lesson 4 in our restoration marketing webinar series. In this lesson, I'm really going to talk about managing your restoration company's online reputation. So there, are some really good benefits of having a great online reputation. It gives you more visibility. Typically the businesses that are listed in the map pack, which we went over several videos ago, usually reviews are going to play a large role in getting into that map pack. Also, they stand out a lot more. When you have those reviews, it definitely stands out compared to other restoration competitors who may not have as many reviews. And then, similar to what we talked about with the Google Guaranteed program, great reviews that are authentic, they're not fake. They provide social proof and peace of mind for your prospective customers. So even though they're not 100% certain that you can help them, um, good reviews, it definitely breaks down some of those trust barriers. And then, like I said, there's an SEO benefit. So when you actually, and I'll pull up a search results page here, when you actually go in and you actually respond to your reviews, zoomed out a lot. Let's see. So let's look at these guys. For this one, we're doing Dallas, so I like to switch up the cities for every video. But when you go in and respond to those reviews, those are opportunities to not only show that you're very engaged with your customers, the good experiences and the bad experiences, but those also present opportunities where you can include keywords where they fit. So let's look at what these guys are doing. So it looks like, as recommended, they are responding to reviews. So, what I would do, and this is something you can do today or this evening, you can go through and any reviews that you have on your Google My Business, just go through and respond to them. Pretty easy. And then, looking at this specific review, they say, Lily, thank you so much for taking time to review our company. Your feedback means a lot to us. Maybe they can add something on the end there, something like, we take pride in providing water damage restoration services or whatever services they provided to the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And that's a great way to include not only your location, but one of your target phrases right there in the reviews. So before I get into our strategy for getting reviews, you can actually one more thing I want to show you that just shows the importance of them. So first of all, of course, if anyone's ever doing a Google Maps search, these reviews are probably the thing that sticks out the most. Even if you're running ads, you can see the reviews. So these guys have a 3.9 rating. They have more reviews, but they're paying for this placement. Whereas our first example, they have a 5-star rating, which might be a little bit suspicious as well. But they do have 30 reviews, but it's better than a 3.9. So even though these guys are paying for this placement, there's a good chance people are overlooking them and going to some of these businesses that are ranking organically with a better review rating. And the reason why I said a 5-star rating is a little suspicious because once you start getting enough reviews and working with enough customers and doing enough jobs, it becomes less and less likely that every person is going to give you a 5-star review. So I would say, you want to be around that 4.5 to 4.6 range. And, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe these guys just really knock it out with every job and they've earned that 5-star review. But typically once you start getting more reviews, it's okay if you're not at that perfect 5, but try to be around that 4.4, 4.5, or 4.6 range. Now going back to the main search results page, So even if you're running local service ads, the reviews also play a big factor here. As you can see, right under the business name, you have the review rating, and you can even click through to see the reviews. So really important that you look at, you know, building up a process for collecting reviews. And again, I would make my Google reviews, the priority because they are so visible in different parts of the search. And then after that, once you're in a good place there, looking at some of the other popular websites for the restoration industry. So going back to the presentation here, kind of just building out a strategy for getting the reviews. We really like to build out systems so that you don't have to think about it once it's built out and running. So the first step is right after you complete the job, and that's giving your customer a feedback card. You can go to Vistaprint. I would say they're now probably the most popular provider of business cards. You can get those pretty cheap. Or, if you or someone on your team just has that skill set to make really nice looking marketing materials, do it at home on your computer. But nevertheless, you want to thank them for their business, but also provide some instruction on how they can provide feedback and leave a review. And for this, I would just use my Google My Business review link, and I'll create a separate video that shows you how to get that link. But direct them to leaving a review there. And this is something you give to them right after the job is completed. Step 2, follow up with a text message. So you always kind of want to space out your communication a bit. So even, if 1 to 2 days seems a little too soon, maybe make it 5 or 6 days after the job is completed. But you can set up an automated message. Some of the popular vendors we have used include E2 Texting, Textedly, and Simple Texting. But this is just the second follow-up, because that's how important that review, especially if it's a good review, that's how important it is for your Google presence. And even if it's not a positive review, that can be a great opportunity, to improve what you and your team are doing so that next time you can really knock it out the park. Step 3, follow up with an email. And I would wait 1 to 2 weeks after the job is completed and use 2 emails spaced 1 week apart. And I would say if you are bringing in quite a few customers and clients every month, it may make sense to invest in a software like MailChimp or Mailshake. That way, once their information is in the system, it'll automatically follow up 1 to 2 weeks after the job is completed with that review reminder. And then again, you just want to leave the links where they can easily go and leave that review. And then step 4 is actually you want to follow up with a phone call. And this is, maybe 3 weeks to a month out. And, maybe just follow up. And if they still aren't responding or aren't leaving a review, or at least you tried to touch base with them several times on, their experience and how anything could have been better. And then, like I said before, my priority would be Google My Business. That's one of the most prominent platform if someone is searching online. But some of the other priority websites include Yelp, HomeAdvisor, Angie's List. And if there are any type of local business websites, like what we went over in the citations segment, then I would look at those as well. So that brings me to the end of the lesson 4. Again, reviews are very important. They can really set you apart, your restoration company apart from other competitors in your area. And even if you aren't getting great reviews, those are good feedback on how you can improve your service and really provide the customer satisfaction that your customers deserve. So in the next lesson, I'm going to actually go offline here and go back in the day with direct mail marketing. And of course, this isn't digital, but it does fit in with a proactive strategy to really get in front and stay in front of your local local neighbors. So thanks for watching. And if you have any questions on how you can really make your review process, a lot more regulated and based on a system, then feel free to give us a call and we can walk you through that. Thanks, and I look forward to seeing you in the next lesson.